Facebook come on. Who do you Facebook come on?
Good evening, everyone. You're welcome to the Jobberman Ghana Lounge and our first ever educative series right here. Like we said, we're going to be discussing the best CV and cover letter that will get you hired. We know how daunting the task of preparing a CV and writing a cover letter is. So today we have the experts here who are going to share with us everything that you need to know about CVs and cover letters. Let me quickly introduce myself. I'm Thelma Martina Parker, by the way, and I am the community manager here at Jobberman Ghana. And with me today, I have the beautiful Erica Appiah, who is our HR manager here at Jobberman Ghana. And we have Alfred Mortey, our head of operations at Jobberman Ghana. You're welcome.
Thank you.
How has work been so far? Ladies first, let me start with Erica.
Work has been cool. The year started well. We have had some progress and we are hoping for the best for the rest of the year.
Awesome. Alfred, what about you?
So far my week has been hectic. A lot of job listings to post. But because I love my job, it's fun.
Awesome.
Yeah.
So when people go onto the website, they're going to get a lot of jobs to apply for.
Sure.
That's awesome. Okay, so like we said, if you have any questions, do well to send in your questions. Let's get them answered. And yeah, tell a friend to tell another friend that we are right here for you to help you with all your career problems with regards to CV and cover letter. But before we dive into the few questions that we already have, we would like to ask, how has your experience with seeing the CVs of job seekers been like? I mean, you've been in this for long, so you would have all the ideas.
Well,
Erica.
CVs and CVs, we see lots of CVs and cover letters almost every day, as it is more like our daily job. So they come in various formats, various styles. And we see trendy ones, the not so good ones, the ones that are so on point, the ones that will just call for your attention, and the ones that you just want to ignore at first sight. So we see different types each and every day.
Okay, so you mentioned we have the trendy ones. I'm interested. Which ones are the trendy ones? Which CVs are the trendy ones, Alfred?
Basically, the trendy ones are usually the ones that are in vogue. Basically, what a lot of people use now. Okay, so people go online and what they see is what they reproduce.
Absolutely, absolutely. So usually when someone is asked this question, do you have a good CV? There, you can see that the person isn't bold enough to say that I have a good CV. What really makes a good CV?
All right. So essentially, a good CV should sell you, okay? And it should not be just about a story of your life, but there should be a key selling point in the CV that should make you unique from the other candidates.
I see.
So if you miss that point, then you just put words together.
Okay, so what are some of the mistakes that you realize when it comes to CV?
A lot of mistakes, usually grammatical errors. We've seen arrangement problems, formatting issues. People even get their phone numbers wrong. Yes.
Is that so? That's interesting. I see. What about you? What are some of the mistakes that you have realized?
Formatting, like he said, sometimes even the font style makes it difficult to read, and contact details, that makes it difficult to contact the people when you need them. And also some people are unable to really highlight their strengths in their CVs and cover letters, and it makes it difficult. And so people might be complaining that they've been applying for a job over and over and over, but they are unable to get an interview scheduled. Mostly it is because they are unable to highlight their strengths, and so it makes it difficult for us to call them if there is a slot. We are unable to tell their strengths from the CVs they present. They are mostly blank, if you ask me.
Okay, well, that's awesome. So a little before we get deeper, we would like to tell you that this is, yes, like we said, our very first educative series. There's going to be more. So we want you to, like I said earlier, invite your friends, and just know that we're going to do this over and over again once every month. It will be a different topic next month. But today, like we said, we are handling the best CV and cover letter that gets you hired. So we have a few questions already, and so we want to dive into them and find out what really is bugging people when it comes to CV writing. I mean, I think I also need that education myself. So we are going to take the first question. It's from Michael. Michael is asking, in Ghana, which of these has superiority in getting you a job in senior management? So he has given us multiple choices. So we have A, 10 years experience as a marketing manager with a first degree, or 2 years experience as a marketing manager with a master's degree.
Okay. So when it comes to experiences and qualification, it goes hand in hand.
Okay.
Most of the time, it depends on the kind of job at hand.
Okay.
For instance, if it is a sales job, definitely your experience will talk more than your qualification, because your experiences will highlight more on the numbers you've been able to achieve so far, and then based on that, your portfolio size and the value of your portfolio would be able to enable us determine whether you are fit for the role or not.
Okay.
But if, for instance, it is an IT job, and we know for IT we get to learn different things each and every day. So if it is for a new software or a new technology that's in vogue, you would rather go for someone who had recently been educated on that than someone who has the experiences of the past. So it depends on the type of job involved. Secondly, it also depends on the company policy. So for instance, in a particular company for specific roles, you might have experiences superseding qualification, and vice versa in other companies. So it depends on the policy of the company as well. That will help determine whether to use the experiences or the qualification. But I would say that look at where you fall short and try as much as you can to build on that. If you fall short on qualification, work on it. If you fall short on experiences, try to work on it. Getting the experiences, one will ask how. Internships are there for the fresh graduates. They will keep asking, how do I get the experiences I need? I would say voluntary jobs are available, internships are available. They all help in building your experiences. So try as much as you can to build on your experiences if you're a fresh graduate, and add that to your qualification as they go hand in hand.
Okay, awesome. Very fantastic answer there. Alfred, do you have anything to add to this?
I just need to add that these days employers look at experience more than qualification because some of them don't trust certain degrees and certain classes that people have.
Exactly.
Yes. So they look more at experience than your background as to what you studied in school.
Okay.
That's the little I want to add.
Okay, so today we've learned that internships are also experiences. So for those who are saying that they don't have the experience, well, you can go for an internship program and then that's your experience for you. We have the second question. Maybe Alfred will take this one. Can I get the steps in making the CV? What are the steps?
All right. The first guiding principle is for you to know what you are going for. At least you know, based on your experiences, which roles you are good at. Okay. Then you need to have a format. Or the CV follows a certain format, generally accepted format.
Okay.
Okay. So you have your professional summary or profile. You have your career objective, which is optional. You have your key skills or strengths.
Okay.
Then you have your work experience.
Okay.
Then education. And then if you have any training or training program or anything, it's under education. And then you can add your interests or soft skills. And then finally, your referees or references.
Okay. This brings me to a question. Someone once asked me, where do I put the dates or the duration with which I have worked for some time? Where do I put it on the right or do I put it on the left?
Okay, so, you know, there are different schools of thought when it comes to this.
Okay.
But for the eye, reading, when you are reading a CV, it's better on the right than on the left.
On the left.
Yes.
Okay. Okay. That's awesome. So we'll move on to the next question. Amma Mensima Nyakwa is asking, please, is it advisable to indicate your current job in your CV when applying for an entry-level job?
Yes, that is very, very important because that is when we would know whether you are currently working or not. And that also helps in taking decisions. For instance, if it is a job that needs to be, a role that needs to be filled immediately, and you have indicated you are working, they will be able to tell whether to consider you or not, or whether to reach out to you or not. So it is best you indicate the job you are currently, the position you are currently occupying. Okay,
but someone would also say that what if I tell and then I don't get the job? Because you said it will then inform them as to whether to consider the candidate or not. So,
well, it depends. It is not always in the negative. It sometimes comes in as a positive side as well. Because then it also shows that you are, if it is a role in a similar direction, we'll just know that you are currently performing the same role we are looking for, and so it's easier to pull you on board.
Okay, that's awesome. So we have another question. We have Good Kid asking, am I supposed to use a different CV and a cover letter for each job application?
Yes, if you ask me, yes. You need to be company specific when you are writing cover letters and CVs. You would always want to indicate, not, for instance, indicate dear sir or madam. That looks like a general category, a general thing that you send to every company to apply for. Absolutely. But when you do a little research into who we are addressing the letter to, and you are able to indicate even with the name. And you are able to even indicate the address or the contact person. The person finds it more appealing to read or to give more attention to than just giving a generic address or details.
Okay, Alfred, do you have anything to add to that?
Just to add to that, you see, the thing is, a lot of job seekers don't read the requirements. Okay, so if you read the requirements, it will guide you in how you put together your CV and your cover letter.
Exactly.
Okay, there are certain job requirements. They don't even ask for you to include your references, or they say just 2 references. Maybe your previous CV you had 3, so it means that you have to take out 1. So if you read the requirements, it will guide you in putting together the best cover letter and the best CV.
But desperation sets in. and then seekers are just applying for any job that they see online. So that's for you. Make sure you always check the job description and the requirements of the job before you apply for the job. Else you're not going to get it. And then we are going to go over, I tried applying and I didn't get, we're going to go over that over and over again. So please check that, okay? So the 5th question is, I was told never to use the letter I in my resume. Is the rule dead? Is that rule dead?
Actually, using the word I is not totally wrong. You might use it to place more emphasis on the kind of achievement you've been able to acquire.
Okay.
But overusing it is the point, because you appear too boastful. When you overuse the word I, it looks like you single-handedly did everything by yourself. But most of the time we work in teams, and so probably giving reference to your team, my team and I were able to achieve this, or something of the sort, actually also projects that you're a good team player. So not necessarily the I referring to you being able to do everything by yourself.
Okay. Alfred, do you have anything to add?
I think HR has pretty much summed it up. Yes, some employers see the I as boastful. Okay, so you just have to tone it down. Okay. It's not bad, but just tone it down.
Okay. Right. Okay, all right. The next question. What is trending now in, and this is purely an interview question, but I'm sure we can chip it in because it's very connected. What is trending now in interviews, scripted questions or organic conversations?
Okay, when it comes to interviews, it is organic conversations these days. That's what's trending. The scripted questions don't work anymore. Mostly when you ask somebody to tell you about yourself, sometimes even from the introduction of themselves alone, you get to get every detail that you want. But for some people, the way they introduce themselves alone will give you leading questions. And so mostly it is just organic conversations and not scripted questions.
Okay, Alfred?
Yes, I agree. People come out of interviews and they're like, they didn't even ask me anything.
Exactly.
Are these people really serious?
Exactly.
Yes, you know, this is where we are now. I mean, people have moved away from scripted questions. People are being organic. So sometimes reading wide can help you. Yes.
Yeah, because you get some people saying that, okay, then it means that the job is not a serious job because the questions were too organic, and they were expecting questions like, okay, well, what do you know about the company? And okay, that's true. So we have another question. It says, what are the things I need not present on my CV?
Okay, so we can talk about things not to do.
Okay.
Or things not to do on your CV.
Okay.
Okay. Some we should be watchful of, for example, the kind of email addresses we use. Okay, maybe way back when we were younger, we created an email address which had a very funny name.
Yes.
And meant a lot of things to you then.
Okay.
But as we grow older, you realize that you don't need those email addresses any longer. So just watch out for those.
Okay.
And people also more or less tell on truths on the CV. Okay. Maybe in terms of working at a particular place, you don't want it to look like you've been sitting at home for some time. So you cook something in your CV. Okay. Those are some of the things we should avoid. Because organizations do background checks, and when you're found out, you can be in trouble. So let's avoid this kind of things.
Okay, Erica, do you want to add to that?
I think he
said it all. Okay, so we have another. It says, what's the list of things that will be fixed, resolved, or in place 6 months from now, such that you will be delighted to hire the person?
Okay, so if I'm trying to understand, he wants to know exactly what he should do within the first 6 months of an employment. Okay, so within the first 6 months, I would encourage everybody who is newly hired to, first of all, understand the vision, the mission of the company that you are working in. Well, that also transcends into your goals. That's the goal and objectives of your specific job that you are currently hired for. So you should be able to figure out or learn about where the company is heading towards and what you're contributing to the company would lead to in the vision of the company. Apart from that, you should be able to build trust within the first 6 months. Build trust such that each and everybody around you would be comfortable. The next thing you should also be able to do is to be able to offer help and ask for help, because you don't know everything.
Exactly.
And so you wouldn't even know your way around the company and how the company even works. You wouldn't know every policy of the company. So you would want to ask for help at every point in time, and also offer help. I mean, if they are struggling for something and you have an idea over, it is good you give a helping hand within the first 6 months. Again, you should be more enthusiastic. Yeah, so those are some of the few things you should be able to exhibit within your first 6 months of employment.
That's awesome. Alfred.
Just summed it all up. Essentially, show potential. Show that the confidence reposed in you wasn't just a fluke, and you are here to make an impact.
Exactly.
Okay. When you get to a company, you meet a lot of characters. Okay. So essentially, look out for the bad side of people and look out for the good side.
Okay.
And then align yourself to the good side. Yes, essentially that's what I can add.
Awesome. Those are fantastic responses from our experts in the house. We have another question, and the question is it compulsory to add a cover letter to my CV when applying for a job?
Yes. If you ask me, it is very necessary to add a cover letter, because some of the CVs are detailed. So you might have like a 4-page CV, but you might just want a summary of what the person is made up for. And that is the purpose of the cover letter. The cover letter actually summarizes everything that has to do with the employee on a sheet of paper, usually 1 page. And so from just 1 page, I'll be able to tell the caliber of person I'm dealing with.
Okay.
So it is very important to add a cover letter to a CV.
Okay. I'm glad you mentioned the 1 page bit, because I have actually seen a few cover letters that were like 2 pages. And have you ever come across that, and what was your take on it?
Okay, so essentially there's nothing wrong with a 2-page cover letter.
Okay.
Okay. Again, it goes back to the requirements.
Okay.
Some organizations will say in 2 pages, tell us something about yourself or why we should hire you.
Okay.
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 So in that case, if you have 2 pages, you are not wrong. Yeah, so it goes back to the requirements of the job.
Of the
Yeah,
job.
yeah.
But there's, I don't know, why for some reason we never read. Is it that we do not like reading, or what is our problem really?
In Africa, if you want to hide something from people, you just need to place it in a book.
Now on the website as well, because people don't like to read. All right, so we'll move on to the next question. What are some of the words I cannot use to describe myself? I don't know whether this is supposed to be interview or CV, or it can work for both. What?
Okay, I think we mentioned the I's, using a lot of the I's. Yes, so something like that, if you are describing yourself and using too much of that, you come across as boastful.
Okay.
In describing yourself, basically it's you. Okay, so if you are sure it's you and you are describing you, then you shouldn't be scared about describing you.
Exactly.
Yes, so really, if you're being truthful, then there's nothing wrong.
There's nothing wrong. But how can the employer see the truth in your cover letter or your CV when, you know, even if you're just being truthful, but then the employer also says you're being boastful? How do you come out of that?
Well, there is, you can't really tell who,
you
really tell how the employer will take it though. But I mean, the thing is, just be honest, be yourself, be who you are.
Honesty.
Yeah, yes.
Honesty. Don't write 3 years experience when you actually have 1 year experience. Very important. Erica, do you want to add something to that?
Don't lie. It's as simple as that. Don't lie on your CV.
Okay.
Don't say things that you know you don't. Don't mention skills that you know you don't have. Because I, for one, when I'm interviewing and I see particular skills that catches my attention, I would ask you to exhibit it. If it is possible. I mean, during the interview section, I would do that. So, for example, I was doing an admin role. I was interviewing for an admin role, and then I asked someone the speed level. The person said she's able to type 100 words per minute. I just turned my laptop to the person and asked her to type for me in 1 minute.
Oh wow!
She was only able to type 8 words.
My goodness!
3 errors. So basically just 5 words. So you can just imagine. So just don't lie. Just say what you are capable of. And leave those that you are not capable of.
And just to add to that, somebody like that, you can see she just copied the CV from a friend.
From a friend. People are doing it, so it's not easy. It's really not easy.
Come to Jobberman if you want a good
Yes,
CV.
absolutely, absolutely. We have the experts in the house who are going to help you with your CV. So if you have any problem whatsoever, I mean, this is supposed to give you guidelines as to what to do on your own when it comes to your CV and cover letters. But we have the moguls in the house, and I'm pointing to the man in charge, and he's going to help you sort it out. So don't be afraid to come to us. We are always here to help you. And because, Charlie, some of the things. Okay, so we can move on to the next now. Someone is asking, is it okay to use the words, I am an expert in the field, in my cover letter? Expert in the field.
It's more like the use of the eyes. In a particular context, it might look okay, but when you overuse it or you abuse it, it might look boastful. So you just be careful how you go about it.
Okay.
But mentioning it in 1 or 2 lines won't be helpful.
Okay. Is it possible to, I mean, you conduct interviews all the time, so a job seeker or a candidate comes before you, or, gives you the CV, and then you are able to tell that the person is good per the CV, but then in communicating with you, it's not so good. I mean, do you still give the person a chance, or what happens?
Well, sometimes it depends on how the conversation turns out. I usually term them as conversations instead of interviews, because interviews makes it look very formal. But for me, it is just an informal conversation for me to know whether you are the best fit for the job or not. For some people, they come in so tensed, and so they are unable to give out their best or even tell or sell themselves well. So mostly I try to make it a friendly environment, a chatty conversation, and in doing so you realize that when they are relaxed, they are able to sell themselves better to you.
Okay, all the same, you still shouldn't lie, because if you lie about how many, your speed level, you're going to turn the laptop for the person to type. So as much as you're creating a friendly environment for the person, they also need to be truthful.
Exactly.
Okay, so what is the difference between a CV and a resume?
Okay, so essentially they are almost the same. Okay, but the difference is that a resume is more concise.
Okay.
And straight to the point.
Okay.
Okay, and a CV is an elaboration of what you've done or things you've done so far.
Okay.
Okay, so that's just the difference. Resume is concise, a CV is more elaborate.
Okay, so which groups of seekers are to apply for jobs with their resumes, and which ones are supposed to apply for jobs with CVs, or it doesn't matter?
Okay, so usually if you are a fresh graduate out of school, you don't have much experience, resume. But if you have experience, 10 years and above, means you just generally have a CV.
CV, okay.
But you see, the requirements can also make your CV a resume.
Okay.
Depending on what the employer is looking for.
Okay.
Okay. So the employer can state that just give me your work experience, your education, and then references.
Okay.
So that one alone, you can have just 1 page.
Okay.
Yeah. So it depends on what the employer also wants.
Okay. All right.
The roles also determine whether it will turn out to be a CV or a resume.
Okay.
So for instance, if it is a high profile role, like a managing director for an insurance company, mostly people of that caliber have a lot of experiences in education, and so sometimes they would want to elaborate more on their responsibilities at every point in time. So it becomes more detailed, and as such, they have to resort to a CV instead of a resume.
Okay, so those are the differences. All right. I think I've already asked the question, where should I put dates on my CV? So we're told that for reading's sake, you're supposed to put it on the right instead of on the left. Okay, so we want to go on to social media to check out a few more questions that people have sent us. And then when we come back, we'll tweak more. So if you have any question, or if we haven't already addressed any question on your mind, please do well to send them to us, because today we are here for you. We care about you. We want you to get your dream job, and so that is why we are here. So please, let's do that, and we'll be right back. still loading. Okay. Okay, so we are back and we have a few comments on Facebook. Thank you very much for tuning in. This is exciting for us and we know it's exciting for you too. You're learning a lot and so am I, because they are the experts. They know it all. But I am learning and you're also learning as well. So yeah, we have a few comments. People are actually excited about this. So it means that our first educative series is successful, so we can have more and more educative series. Sure. Someone asked, I already asked the question, but maybe the person missed it, so I would want you to touch on it again. What are trendy CVs? Sorry, trendy CVs. Okay, yeah, I'm shocked. I didn't know we actually didn't know we have trendy CVs.
As I stated earlier, people just go online and then they pick up what they see. Okay, so basically these are CVs that are online that you can easily get access to. Essentially, that is
okay. Mostly they are templates on the templates on online that people just pick up and put in their details. So they look at the most current ones and then they try to fill in the templates to suit them.
Okay. So, but then isn't that dangerous to copy a template from the internet? How do I know it's good enough to use?
Okay, so this session is meant to let people know what is good and what is bad. Okay, as I mentioned earlier, you should look out for the formats. Okay, look out for in terms of arrangement, the formatting and all that. Okay, so as I mentioned earlier, you should have a professional summary, you should have a career objective, you should have your key skills, professional experience or career history, your education, training courses or educational courses, interests, and then referees or references. So if you are seeing something that doesn't have these key elements, then maybe what you are copying is wrong.
Okay, awesome. But then I know for sure that on Jobberman Ghana, you can download your CV, you can fill in your profile, complete your profile, and then you can download your CV from there. I want us to educate us on that.
Okay, so on our website, we would encourage each and every one of you to complete your profile 100%.
Okay.
So try and complete it, and then you get a free CV, because your details will already be on profile. And so once your profile is 100%, you would automatically get a free CV. So no need paying for CVs anymore. We are creating the access for you to get free CVs on our website. Just complete your profile 100% and you get it.
So that's exciting. I get to complete my profile to 100% and I get a free CV. So now I don't have to go through the stressful process of making my own CV and putting the date on the left instead of the right, instead of on the right. Okay. So I want you to tell us about the mobile app, the Jobberman mobile app. When I first saw it, I was screaming with excitement. Is it possible to download my CV from there as well? Just a little on that.
Okay.
Yeah, you can take that. Yeah.
Okay, so the Jobberman mobile app is actually tweeted to suit the job seeker.
Okay.
So it is supposed to just make it easier for you to access jobs from your mobile phones, so that you don't need a computer or a machine to go onto our website before you can apply for jobs. And usually, yes, on the app also, when you complete your profile 100%, you'll be able to get the free CV.
Yeah, so the profile completion is very important. I also read that when you complete your profile, you'll become a 50% more successful applicant in any job application.
Sure. Because the employer has a database, okay? And in searching for a candidate, if you have not completed your profile, it becomes very difficult for you to pop up when the employer is searching for you. So it becomes easier for your name to pop up or for your CV to pop up when you have completed your profile. Okay, so that's one advantage of completing
your profile. Yes. That's awesome. So we have Michael on Facebook. He's actually concerned. I think we addressed his question earlier. So he's sad that he just joined in and we haven't he hasn't heard us talk about his question. His question was on whether superiority matters when it comes to like the first question we tackle,
that's
the two
experience and the
degrees. That if you can say just for Michael, we've got you. So please pay attention.
Michael, sorry you missed, but for your sake, I'll try to just go over. But that will be just a summary of what I said earlier. What I was trying to say is that it depends on the kind of job in question. For instance, if it is a sales job, then experiences count, because then your portfolio size and the value of your portfolio comes into play. So definitely your experience will supersede your qualification. But if, for instance, it is an IT job and it has to do with a software or a technology that's in vogue, definitely we will look out for someone who just passed out learning that technology or software. So then qualification will supersede experience. But then we just encourage that wherever you fall short, try as much as possible to work on. So if you fall short on education and you have more experiences, try to work on your qualifications bit. If you fall short on experiences but you have qualifications, get more internships, get more voluntary works that will build up your experience bit, and it will help you in your future job prospects.
Okay, so speaking of internships, how easy is it to get an internship opportunity on Jobberman Ghana?
Jobberman actually have an internship academy. And so signing on to our websites and all, when the period is up, we will let everybody know. And then we'll let you know the slots that are available so that you apply for it. So like I said, complete your profile 100%, and it will help you. It will enable us to determine whether you suit in any of these internship slots. Usually it is done in June. So hey, those looking out for internships, in June we just look at us and be on our sites every day. You get a hint from there.
Complete your profile.
Absolutely, from now till June.
100%
to 100%. Some
if
say
you're having difficulties, contact our customer service. We'll help you.
So I'll leave the numbers out here: 054-290-4650. These are our numbers: 054-290-4650. We are always here to help you. Remember, our tagline is we want to transform lives through employment opportunities. So we are always here for you. So please ensure you do that as well. Let's go check if we have a few more questions on social media, and then when we get back, we'll continue.
The question.
Okay, so you're welcome back. It's been an exciting time, and we're going to just take care of the last question for now. What is the process you have to go through to get Jobberman Ghana to work on your CV?
All right, so essentially we have customer service. You can contact the customer service line. You can also go on our website. The CV service packages are there.
Okay.
You can select which package you want. Once you select a package, we'll get in touch with you.
Okay.
And then let you know the payment procedure. And then once that is done, you are good to go.
Okay, that's awesome. So if you want your CV to be revamped, you want to get powerful enough to get hired, just know that you can always contact us. I put our numbers out there. It's 054-290-4650, 054-290-4650. We are always here for you. And also, go onto our social media. Now, we have a lot of people saying they can't find the jobs. Meanwhile, the website is there, and social media is also there. So please go onto social media. Go onto our website, www.jobberman.com.gh, www.jobberman.com.gh. All the jobs you need are there. Sign up with us and, land your dream job through us. We are more than excited to have you get jobs through us, okay? And yeah, in final words, anything you want to add to CVs and cover letters?
Okay, so I would sum up by saying get the right things done. Sell yourself well on your CV, and your job will be guaranteed.
Okay.
Right. I will add that if you're not sure of something, you can always get in touch with us so that you have a second opinion before you go ahead.
Okay. So make sure you contact us before you go. If you meet her and you lie about your speed level, she'll give you the laptop and you would have to type for her to see if you are telling the truth or not. Okay. Also know that we have more exciting stuff ahead for you. We are looking at giving you the best of service. So always stay tuned with us. Go on to social media. We're on Facebook, we're on Instagram, Twitter, and on LinkedIn. Just search for Jobberman Ghana and we are there for you. Also go onto our website. And we have the great part of this all is that we also have WhatsApp groups. Now we want to get closer to you. We want to be able to get in touch with you and know what your problems really are. And so we have WhatsApp groups. So if you know anyone, we are going to share links with you through email on social media so you can join the WhatsApp groups. And you can tell your friends to join as well. Don't be selfish when you get to know about the WhatsApp group. Tell your friend. Your friend also needs a job. or something, and yeah, we'll sort you out. So expect something. We have something very exciting for you. Maybe we'll talk about it in the coming days or in our next educative series. So do expect that from us. We are more than excited to. It's sad that we have to leave. Isn't it sad? I mean, I've had so much fun, so much learning. And I can't believe it's over right now. Absolutely. Thank you very much for tuning in. Thank you very much for your questions. And we'll hope that this is going to help you get that CV that will get you hired. The next time we hear from you, we want to know that you have indeed landed a job through us because of this educative series. Take care, be good, and whatever you do, make sure you do the right thing and do not lie. See you in the next series.